Everyone knows that the aliens have landed, but the government is hiding the real truth from us. So how can we prove that they're lying? The question on everyone's minds is where we can find them. Are they in some kind of spacecraft? Are they hiding on another planet? Maybe on our planet, but where? In today's list, we'll be investigating where Earthbound travelers can search for extraterrestrial life. Before we start, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any of our new videos. First up, what new proof exists on alien life? Scientists are working on identifying stars that might host alien worlds where the extraterrestrials, past, present, or future, have a chance of detecting Earth as a transiting exoplanet. Their methods used to find other planets is by studying other planets from the right vantage point to observe a slight dip in the brightness of our Sun as Earth crosses or transits in front of it. This is the most successful method we Earthlings use to find planets beyond our solar system as they orbit around their host stars. This creates tiny blips in the light you can see with astronomical instruments. In June 2021, scientists have identified over 2,000 stars using a time range from 5,000 years ago when civilizations on Earth first began to bloom, as well as 5,000 years into the future. This study provides a resource to exoplanet hunters by pinpointing which stars they have to pay attention to. It also gives a unique and arguably unsettling viewpoint of our visibility to the rest of the universe. Scientists continue to chart out which of our galactic neighbors may also be searching for us, and how their vantage points shift across time. For 36 years, the scientists of SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, have been doing just that. They're listening for signals from deep within space using enormous radio telescopes like the Allen Telescope Array. Located near Hat Creek in the Cascade Mountains of Northern California, there are 42 massive antennas equipped with highly sensitive and specialized receivers. These receivers cover radio frequencies between 1,000 to 15,000 megahertz. These receivers can scan for radio signals that aliens may be transmitting. Scientists believe eavesdropping rather than sending rockets is the best way to detect alien life because of the enormous distances to the stars. The European Space Agency's Gaia mission is an orbiting observatory. This mission has the ambitious goal of creating a three-dimensional map of the positions and velocities of 1 billion stars. Planetarium software is used to visualize stellar motions. 2,034 stars have been found within Earth's transit zone. Any alien beings living on planets circling these stars would be able to detect Earth's presence for at least 1,000 years if they have the right technology. This isn't exactly proof that aliens exist, but the universe is massive and the probability that there are aliens is very strong. What do you think? Next, what is NASA saying? NASA's chief scientist has been awarded a grant that enables him to research traces of advanced technology on exoplanets. His research into techno-signatures detect signs of past or present technology used on other planets. This is the first NASA non-radio techno-signature grant ever awarded and represents an exciting new direction for the search for SETI. Thousands of exoplanets have been identified as possible sources of alien life. Life may take many forms, but it's still based on the same physical and chemical principles that underlie the universe. The same connection holds for the building of a civilization. Technology that an alien civilization uses is based on physics and chemistry. That means researchers can use what they've learned in Earthbound labs to guide their thinking about what may have happened elsewhere in the universe and answer to the question, do aliens exist? The answer to the big question of whether alien life exists or not is one of modern science's greatest goals. Finding inhabitable planets like these is one more great leap forward for mankind. No, there's not much chance of hiding from aggressive alien attackers. It might be too late to shield proof of our existence, especially across the span of 10,000 years, because any society with technology comparable to or better than ours would have observed the changes in the atmosphere of the Earth's as we release carbon dioxide into the air and bleed our planet dry. The search for life in the cosmos requires input from a wide range of disciplines. These include biology, planetary science, chemistry, exoplanet science, geology, and astrophysics. NASA is launching at least a couple of missions and telescopes coming up in the next decade. NASA scientists are at a watershed moment to find extraterrestrial life within our lifetime. Let's hope these scientists are right. Next up, what do the stars reveal? In 1995, a pair of scientists discovered a planet outside of our solar system orbiting a solar-type star. Since that finding, which won the scientists a portion of the 2019 Nobel Prize in Physics, scientists have discovered more than 4,000 exoplanets, including some Earth-like planets that may have the potential to harbor life. In order to detect if planets are are harboring life, scientists must first determine what features indicate that life. Over the last decade, astronomers have expended great effort trying to find what traces of simple forms of life or biosignatures might exist elsewhere in the universe. Civilizations by nature need to find a way to produce energy. There are only so many forms of energy in the universe. Aliens are not magic. One ongoing project right now is looking at two possible technosignatures that might indicate technological activity on another planet through solar panels. Stars are one of the most powerful energy generators in the universe. On Earth, we harness energy from our star, the Sun, so using solar energy would be a pretty natural thing for other civilizations to do. If a civilization uses a lot of solar panels, the light that is reflected from the planet would have a certain spectral signature. The measurement of the wavelengths of light is reflected or absorbed, indicating the presence of those solar collectors. Researchers might be able to determine the spectral signatures of large-scale planetary solar energy collection. One underexplored location in the search for habitable worlds is around white dwarfs, the dense stellar corpses left over when a star explodes. If we're going to find life, it's probably on a planet that has oceans and an atmosphere, because that's the kind of stuff you need for biology. Then you try to eavesdrop by pointing antennas in the direction of star systems that you think may have planets like Earth. Don't try to do this in your own backyard. These antennas don't come that cheap, and the neighbors might complain. Next up, NASA has discovered 7 new Earth-like planets. 75 years have been revealed close enough for any nearby planetary residents to detect the signals we have been unintentionally sending into space for the past 100 years via television and radio broadcasting. 42 more stars will enter this zone in the future. Researchers estimate that 29 of these stars have rocky planets just like our own that just might have life. It is important that these stars are temperate enough for liquid water to exist. 4 of these stars have planets that have already been discovered. One NASA telescope has revealed 7 new Earth-like planets orbiting a star 40 light-years away. Of 7 of these planets, 3 are located in a habitable zone. These 7 are nearer to their host star than Mercury is to ours. Discovered in 2016, these planets are similar in size and terrain to Earth and found around an ultra-cool dwarf star called TRAPPIST-1. TRAPPIST-1 is colder than our Sun, so liquid water could possibly survive on any of these 7 planets closely orbiting it. And just how close are they? Whether or not the 7 planets in the TRAPPIST-1 system have gases that function similarly to Earth's is the real key to indicating the possibility for life there. In 2020, a Jupiter-sized planet is discovered circling a white dwarf. This finding makes scientists reconsider the possibility of finding life in unlikely places. If life can survive even in the death of its star, then the future of the universe would be a lot more interesting, don't you think? Next, Earth might be the answer, but you don't have to voyage far to learn about planetary analogs. Locations on Earth and other worlds with similar environments help scientists make sense of our solar system. Should we be actively trying to make contact or hide? Hiding is not an option. If intelligent life exists, they will certainly find us. We are a civilization that relies very heavily on the radio transmission of information across the globe. These signals aren't limited to Earthbound antenna, but can be picked up by receivers across the galaxy up to 100 light-years away. Alien seekers on Earth have been using the same technique for the past 20 years at the SETI Institute, analyzing data from radio telescope in search of civilizations on other worlds that might be transmitting similar signals into space. NASA is doing field research on sites on Earth, paired with their interplanetary counterparts like lake-edge sediments in Turkey and ancient lakebed on Mars, and subsurfaces in Iceland and the lunar South Pole. Locations on Earth and other worlds with similar environments help scientists make sense of our solar system. Next, we have the Pentagon's revelations. The Pentagon's unclassified report on Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon, or UAP, released in June of this year, contains a detailed analysis of data and intelligence collected by the U.S. military between 2004 and 2021. But while the report answers some questions, it contains limited data and inconsistencies, leaving us with more questions than answers. The fact that UAP are unexplained may merely mean we currently lack the data or scientific advances to better understand them. Scientists argue, however, that unexplained observations don't automatically point to Martians. But the fact that the Pentagon is taking this topic seriously brings us a step closer to demystifying UAP. The government is willing to publish a report saying that there are things in the sky that could be threatening to national security. At least now there's a more concerted effort and hope for cooperation among various government agencies to share data. What do you think about the UAP? Are there aliens in our midst? That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed our list. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching.